20 to 21% body weight loss. It reduces cardiovascular risks, diabetes control, improves your blood cholesterol, but that's not all. Welcome back to another weekly update. We are 3 weeks in, 21 days on Mounjaro. Let's see how we did. So this week we are down 1.6 kilograms. Our waist is down 0.9 cm and our hips are down 1.6 cm. In total, in 3 weeks, we've lost 7.45 kg. One thing I wanted to say is that I feel like, so the first 2 weeks I lost 3.15 kg in the first week, 2.7 kg in the second week. I feel like I might have gotten my hopes too high to lose, more than 2 kilograms or close to 3 kilograms every week. And then so I was like a bit disappointed, right, that I only lost 1.6 kg this week. But honestly, 1.6 kg a week is still pretty good. It still seems pretty unhealthy. Like, everybody recommends, that you lose like half a kg to 1 kg a week, and I'm still losing above 1 kg this week. Yeah, so how the week went? So 3 weeks in, the effect of Mounjaro actually, the fall off was kind of more noticeable this week, right? I felt day 1 to 4 was pretty much as per usual. No real hunger, appetite was great, but by day 5, day 6, appetite was coming back, the hunger was coming back, started to think more about food and all that sort of thing. And also, this week, I had quite a few social obligations. So there was one day that I ate quite a bit. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Week 4, we're going to stick to 2.5 milligrams. And we'll check in again at the end of the week like we usually do. And if it's above, honestly, if it's above 1 kg a week, I think we're going to stick to 2.5 milligrams. If it drops to, less than half a kg a week, then we might up the dosage. One of the questions I get quite a lot when people around me know that, I'm on some sort of weight loss drug or whatever, right? The question I get the most is it legal or not? Don't anyhow take drugs, So just nice, right? There was this article that I saw yesterday on Channel News Asia. So basically, the article was saying that there are actually some online sellers that are selling weight loss drugs, and they are calling them, Ozempic or GLP-1s, and it's illegal, right? These drugs that they're selling as like patches on platforms like Shopee, TikTok, that sort of thing. So these straight up are illegal. And so I also wanted to say, if you're thinking of getting on Ozempic, Mounjaro, whatever it is, right, just make sure that you speak to a certified medical practitioner, and you get prescribed the medication instead of anyhow just buy random stuff online. Because honestly speaking, you buy online, it probably won't work, and some of them are crazily priced, right? So according to the article, some are listed for over $1,000 Sing. The next question I get is, are you taking Ozempic? Right? Ozempic has kind of become the poster child for this new wave, or this new class of weight loss medication, weight loss drug. So I thought I would talk a bit about that today. And to answer the first question, no, it's not Ozempic. So what am I on? I'm on Mounjaro. So Mounjaro contains the active ingredient Tirzepatide. right? Whereas Ozempic contains the active ingredient semaglutide. Okay, um, basically Ozempic is the brand name medication of semaglutide, whereas Mounjaro is the brand name medication for tirzepatide, right? So what's the difference? What are all these long names? I will try my best to go through it. Starting with Ozempic or semaglutide. So semaglutide is a GLP-1 agonist. Okay, so GLP-1 is a hormone naturally secreted. So what it does is it helps to regulate blood sugar by stimulating insulin release. It slows digestion and it curbs your appetite by sending a signal to your brain that you are full. So what semaglutide does is it enhances or increases insulin secretion when your blood sugar is high. It slows down how quickly food passes through your stomach, which will reduce your hunger, right? Because you feel full for longer. So what is Mounjaro, which is the drug that I'm on? So Mounjaro is the brand name medication for tirzepatide. Tirzepatide is a GLP-1 agonist, but also a GIP agonist. GIP is also another hormone that is secreted naturally by us. It further enhances insulin secretion. It improves nutrient absorption and potentially might boost fat metabolism. So tirzepatide, by mimicking both effects of GLP-1 and GIP, it suppresses appetite more effectively than just a GLP-1 agonist. So what does the research look like, right? And why did I decide to try Mounjaro or try tirzepatide out, right? In 2025 obesity trials, tirzepatide achieved 20 to 21% body weight loss over 72 weeks. Semaglutide achieved 14 to 15% over the same period. 85 to 90% of users on tirzepatide lost at least 5% body weight over 72 weeks, while 70 to 80% of users on semaglutide lost the same amount over the same period. In terms of weight loss, the results are pretty substantial, right? But that's not all. So other than the weight loss benefits, there are actually a whole bunch of non-weight loss benefits as well. So these drugs, they help with diabetes control because they improve or increase the secretion of insulin, right? Which in turn lowers blood sugar. It reduces cardiovascular risks like heart attack and stroke. It improves your blood cholesterol, both by reducing the amount of bad cholesterol or low density lipoproteins and increasing the good cholesterol or high density lipoproteins. Okay, in terms of costing, it's a bit hard to say because different clinics, different practitioners are going to price it differently. But generally speaking, tirzepatide is more cost effective than semaglutide. So Mounjaro is more cost effective than Ozempic. Okay, as for the side effects in the research, the main side effect, the most common side effect is gastrointestinal side effects. So things like nausea, diarrhea, indigestion, bloating, constipation. So generally, these side effects will decrease over time on the drug, and also they are more common the higher the dose that you use. There are a couple of serious side effects, and they have to do with things like your pancreas, your gallbladder, your thyroid, which is again why I have to emphasize, if you're thinking of getting on any of these drugs, please speak to a medical professional. So does that mean that Ozempic, Mounjaro are for everybody, everyone, right, has a weight problem? I would say no. I would say talk to a medical professional again, right? But one of the things that I read about or hear about, or even my doctor told me, was that your lifestyle actually plays quite a big part when it comes to what you get out of the drug, right? And this is quite consistent with everything that I've read, other videos that I've watched. The general consensus is that it's 50-50. 50% of your results will be because of the drug, 50% will be because of your lifestyle changes. So, and by lifestyle, I mean things like your diet, how much physical exercise you're getting, and the research supports this as well, right? So, in the clinical trials, it showed that if you don't restrict your diet and if you don't have some level of physical activity, your the effectiveness of the drugs is roughly cut in half. So the stats that I was mentioning just now, semaglutide at about 14 to 15% actually drops to about 5 to 10%, while tirzepatide 20 to 21% over 72 weeks actually drops to 10 to 12%. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not a cheat code of like, oh, I just take this drug and then I do whatever I want, right? There are other things about your lifestyle that will affect your entire experience. Like you have, it's shown that you have increased side effects as well. Like if, especially if you take alcohol, right? The nausea or the gastrointestinal stuff will be even worse lah. So since I mentioned diet, exercise, I will probably touch on what I do next week because this is quite a long video. And again, if you've stuck around all the way to the end, thank you. Thank you for listening. Um, like the video, subscribe, and I will be back next week with another video. Bye bye.